Welcome to wild and wonderful West Virginia, home of the Cass Scenic Railroad. This is our second day in Cass. Today we're riding on the Chesapeake and Ohio Greenbrier division to Durbin, West Virginia, part of which had not seen a train in over 37 years. This ride should be really beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to it. Hi, I'm Eric. For my 50th birthday, my wife is sending me on a 2-week adventure to see as many steam locomotives as I can. But I'm not taking this trip alone. I'll be joined by my son Carson and our good friend Chris. Now, Chris and I have both worked in the tourist railroad industry for many years. So along the way, we're going to catch up with some old friends and meet some new ones. We're going to get some special behind-the-scenes access into things that most people don't normally see, and also offer insight into the complicated machinery of steam locomotives and the world of tourist railroading. So join us on this epic adventure where each day brings a new discovery. We spent a second relaxing night in this sleepy little town of Cass, West Virginia, and it was really nice to not have to drive anywhere for once on this trip. In fact, I don't think we even got in the car at all yesterday. Last night we just sat on the porch swing and basked in the simplicity of rural Americana. But for now, I'm really enjoying this misty mountain morning and the opportunity to explore a little around the town. The old C&O line south of here to Marysville was turned into a hiking trail or biking trail. I discovered this equipment stored here at the end of track, and I'm having a hard time imagining bringing this diesel in here over the mountain and down the switchbacks. Well, they're getting our train ready to go, so it's time to get on board.
You know where you are.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. Right.
This 280 consolidation is a West Virginia native, Buffalo Creek and Gauley No. 4, a 1926 Baldwin product. It's been brought here to eventually run trains on the Greenbrier branch. The Durbin and Greenbrier Railroad is having a brand new boiler constructed. Hopefully the locomotive will again be pulling trains in its home state before its 100th birthday. As our train heads northward out of town, we get a look at the deadline, a side track full of unused equipment, some of which may eventually be returned to service, some of which is delegated to spare parts.
There's a wheel lathe. And number 3. There's another boiler. And another boiler.
We're still going up.
The Chesapeake and Ohio Greenbrier Division was built northward from Caldwell, West Virginia, reaching Cass in December of 1900. Work eventually continued northward, completing the 14 miles to Durbin in May of 1902. The line's largest business was the timber industry, but by the 1960s the lumber had been played out and business declined tremendously. The line south of Cass was abandoned in 1978, with the connection to the Western Maryland and Durbin left intact to serve the Cass Scenic Railroad. The occasional passenger excursion continued to occur until a major flood in 1985 severed the line. Work progressed slowly on rehabilitating the railroad. Since 1997, the Durbin and Greenbrier Railroad has been operating excursions south from Durbin, known as the Durbin Rocket. After 2002, a 2-truck climax was used for the motive power, until Cass Scenic Railroad Heisler No. 6 was trucked in to take over a few years ago. The last portion of the severed line was rehabilitated in 2022 with the completion of a new bridge over Trout Creek. And for the first time in 37 years, trains were again able to traverse the entire 14 miles between Cass and Durbin. This summer, the Durbin and Greenbrier Valley Railroad, which also operates the Cass Scenic Railroad, has initiated a new tourist operation called the Greenbrier Express. Shea-powered trains depart Cass for the 28-mile, 6-hour round trip to Durbin along the scenic Greenbrier River. The Greenbrier Express has 4 cars. When you book your tickets, you get to pick your car and pick your seats. 2 of the cars have standard bench seats. One of them is tables and chairs for 4 people, and that's what I picked for us. However, once we discovered that there was a baggage car to ride in with big open doors to enjoy the fresh air, that's where we stayed. It helped that the conductor's makeshift office was in there as well. As I keep looking down at the river, I wish they had an option to ride the train up and kayak back down. One of the other things offered by the Durbin and Greenbrier is the opportunity to stay in these camp cabooses. You load all your stuff up in the caboose at Durbin, and a center cab diesel brings you to this scenic remote location. They look like a lot of fun.
Oh, look at the geese over on the other side of the river.
We've reached Durbin and the train is going to turn on the Y and back into the station. Before heading back to Cass, the locomotive will turn again so that it's still facing north. All of the locomotives at Cass face north all of the time, so they are facing uphill against the mountain. Our ride on the Greenbrier Express includes lunch during their stopover at Durbin. The railroad has contracted with various businesses around town since none of them single-handedly are large enough to feed an entire trainload of passengers by themselves. With our tickets, we're given colored dots to indicate our lunch destination. Ours took us to a cute little shop, and I must say, lunch was much better than expected. It included a well-stocked sandwich bar with multiple deli meats, fresh veggies, salads, and drinks.
All right, so Carson ate a sandwich, but he wanted something hot. So, hot dog.
9 out of 10.
Yeah? Huh?
I agree. 9 out of 10.
Did you say 9 out of 10? What would make it a 10 out of 10? That's a tough one, huh?
10 out of 10 is reserved for homemade cinnamon rolls.
Oh, not hot dogs. Does it a hot dog cannot be a 10 out of 10?
Just by definition.
I'm okay with that. I get that, yeah.
All right, so which did you like better? You like this one or you like Bald Knob?
I think I like this one a little better than Bald.
Yeah? So why do you like this one better than the Bald Knob trip?
Because I feel like the Bald Knob, it was a pretty adventurous and pretty exciting ride. Like with the big cliffs and the engine working super hard and being like thousands of feet up and then just overlooking everything. But there wasn't really much at any of the stops. There just wasn't really much there. But with this one, we're following the river. You can see a lot more wildlife. And we're going to Durbin.
And we got ice cream. And there's ice cream at Durbin. There's ice cream at Cass too.
Yeah.
But here you get ice cream midway through the trip. And I guess you could get ice cream again when we get back to Cass.
If we wanted to.
Yes.
We're not going to.
I might, because I didn't get ice cream at Durbin.
Yeah, you can get it.
So I might get ice cream when we get back to Cass.
You can get
I
ice
saved
cream.
mine for later.
But those are, and then with the Durbin ride, it's a little more enclosed, and the train cars are a little bigger, and overall I think just a little more of a comfortable ride. So if you're looking at it from a train fan standpoint, like you're there for the steam engine, Bald Knob is the ride to take. But if you're looking for a more scenic route, just a calm, pleasant, where you can just look out the window and see rivers and water and animals, then I think the Durbin route would be better.
Yeah, I am really enjoying this trip. The scenery is really spectacular. While this line is fine for sure-footed shays at 10 miles per hour, I think they need some significant track work before they put the consolidation in service. The roadbed has some soft spots that should be tamped better, and probably some ties and ballast wouldn't hurt either. After living in the West for 40 years, I've learned that water is a precious commodity to be cherished. From this, I seem to always seek out water, no matter whether it's a stream, river, lake, or the ocean. I guess I just consider it a safe place. So to me, the untamed Greenbrier River is something soothing. 2 days in its presence with just the babbling water and gentle breeze carving its way through majestic mountains, with the echoes of steam whistles in the air, is a spiritual experience. What could be better? One thing I noticed after 2 days here of riding trains is that I never saw a headlight turned on once. Of course, the trains only run during daylight hours and there may not be any public grade crossings, so it may not be required. The locomotives are all equipped with headlights both front and rear, but I'm sure the crews appreciate not having to listen to the whine of a dynamo all day. Well, our second day of riding trains here out of Cass is concluded. So let's take a look at the locomotives that we've seen over the last 2 days. Our bald knob engine, 90-ton shay number 11. Our Greenbrier Express engine, 70-ton shay number 4. Pacific Coast Shay number 2. Moore Keppel Climax number 9. 80-ton shay number 5. The Western Maryland Big 6. Heisler number 6. Buffalo Creek and Gully Consolidation number 4. Moore Keppel 2-truck Climax number 3. I believe this to be number 10, a 1916 70-ton model. It was acquired by Cass in 1987 but needs a rebuild before operating. Shay number 7 is a 70-ton locomotive built in 1920. It's a West Virginia native and was the first shay purchased after the creation of the state park. It has not run since 1970. I think this one is Agnew Lumber number 3, acquired by Cass in 2002. It's an 80-ton locomotive. This rod engine should be a 280 built for the West Virginia Northern. Now one more. This should be Middle Fork Heisler number 7, stored behind the Durbin shop. I almost didn't see it until just before our train was ready to depart. Built in 1939, I'm told it's the last Heisler ever constructed. So, for 2 days at Cass, this brings our total steam locomotives as 14, with a total for the trip so far at 68. Our next destination is what's regarded as one of the best steam shows that you can see anywhere. And this is another one, been on my list, brand new for me. Really looking forward to it. Hope you'll join us.